I got a question from Kevin in, let's see here. It doesn't say where Kevin's from, but he says, what are the best tips for improving the appearance of a home from the street? And I want you to remember two words, rip and strip. Rip and strip. We had a client whose name was Sam, lives in Atlanta, and his home was built in the 1930s, lives in Sylvan Hills area. Home was built in the 1930s. I'm guessing the shrubbery along the front of the home was planted in the 1930s. And if you drive up in front of a home, if a home looks new, the shrubbery doesn't look like it's been in place for, what would that be, 90 years. And so he wanted to make his home look newer from the street, and what he did is he followed our advice, and we told him that the shrubs could be no taller than the bottom of the windowsills. And across the front of his home, the windowsills on the front of the home were about 3 feet off the ground, maybe 2.5 or 3.5 feet off the ground. And so he took these shrubs that had been in forever, and instead of ripping them out and planting new stuff, he just cut them back so the top of the shrubs was underneath the bottom of the windowsill, or came right up to it. You could actually see it was kind of a red brick, and you could see the red brick ledge under the windows, and then you could see the white window trim, and you could see that just on top of the shrubs. And when I went back to take a look at that home, I could not believe how much newer that home looked, just because Sam had done what we call rip and strip. In his case, he just took some hedge trimmers and he trimmed those shrubs down, and he trimmed them real nice. Now, at that time, you could still look in the top of the shrubs and see straight to the ground, but it didn't matter because from the street, they looked absolutely amazing, and it made the house look a lot younger. He also freshened up his pine straw beds. He started a fertilizer program a couple of weeks before he listed his house, so his grass was beautiful and green, and he made sure that along the walkway and the driveway and all of the bed lines that it had a nice, real clean, clear-cut line, so it just looked nice and clean. He pressure washed his front walk and his driveway and his front stoop, and he repainted his wrought iron. And what he did was Sam took a home that looked old, and he put in a little elbow grease, a little hard work, and he made that look new, so that the first buyer who came to look at his home was absolutely impressed and just had to have it.